I nearly wanted to leave Nepean River until the very end of my Sydney Parkrun challenge. I didn't hear anything bad about it. It just never looked like a parkrun I'd go out of my way to visit. But this morning, before the run had even started, I realised I'd completely underestimated it. So, what changed my mind?
Good morning everyone, it is Saturday again, and this week I am back out west tackling Nepean River Parkrun. Brad basically begged me to come out here.
Begged me!
And I am a man of the people, so here I am, out of bed early and back on the M4. It's a good thing I'm a big fan of his. Now, Nepean River looks like one of those underrated parkruns. You don't hear about it a huge amount, at least in my neck of the woods in Sydney. But I'll tell you what, it looks like a pretty fun parkrun at first. Flat along the river makes for a beautiful scenery. However, there is one thing. Paul did say on Google that there isn't any crazy blood drinking rituals, which I'm pretty disappointed about, but I'm sure the running's good at least. Let's go.
If you want to decide where I will go next week, drop a comment below. I'm on a quest to complete every parkrun in Sydney, and there's still over 50% of them to go, which is a crazy thought. The first comment that I haven't been to yet wins and is where I go next weekend. Nepean River Parkrun is located in Sydney's west, about an hour from the CBD, right along the Nepean River in Penrith. It's one of the more established events in Sydney, attracting a solid crowd every Saturday morning. As always, the briefing was right on schedule as I made my way down to the start line just before 8 AM. The run director, who was Beth this morning, gave the usual safety messaging and we all lined up ready to set off on our weekly Saturday morning cult run. The start line was wide enough, and with only around 200 runners, there was plenty of room to spread out and not be invading personal space. As the name suggests, Nepean River Parkrun follows the river for almost the entire way and is a 2-lap course. It's a very simple course, and you will get to spend the entire distance along the river. Running alongside the path next to the river for most of the course gives it a very relaxed feel. It's one of those parkruns where you can lock into a pace and just enjoy the scenery. I imagine this course would get very hot in the summer baking in the sun, but it was lovely to get a little bit of sunlight in the middle of winter. The course itself is mostly flat and is run almost entirely on the footpath. It's not pancake flat like the speed goat Rudy Hill, but there is nothing here that is going to ruin a PB attempt. The corners are smooth and there is plenty of room out there on the course. Because the path is wide, even with runners heading the opposite direction on the second lap, it never felt cramped. Once you find your rhythm, it's a really enjoyable course to run. This parkrun is another great option for everyone, whether you're running your first parkrun or your 500th. There was plenty of room, it wasn't crowded, the course was very straightforward and the volunteers were fantastic as always. It's in a great location if you're located in Western Sydney, and even if you're a bit further away, the drive here was easy and parking was plentiful, which is more than I can say for a lot of the inner city parkruns. With a course like this, it would have been tempting to chase a faster time, with the real training happening behind the scenes to get ready for the big day I am finally summoned to roads. But after basically pleading with you all to comment it every week, I am kind of now hoping that I'll get a few more weeks of training, because it's going to be very embarrassing turning up and not being able to get that PB that I am desperate for. The more I ran Nepean River, the more I realised why I'd underestimated this one. It's simple, friendly, relaxed, and just a genuinely enjoyable course to run. By the time I crossed the finish line, I'd gone from wondering why people recommend Nepean River to wondering why more people don't. Honestly, I owe Nepean River an apology. Coming in today, I honestly thought this was just going to be another parkrun that I'd tick off the list before moving on to the next one. Instead, it's ended up being one of the biggest surprises of the challenge so far. It's not the fastest course I've run, and it's probably not the most scenic either, although there were very nice running paths along the river. But sometimes that's not what makes a great parkrun. This one just gets a lot of the little things right. A scenic course, plenty of space to run, a relaxed atmosphere, fantastic and friendly volunteers, good people, and an easy morning from the moment you arrive. I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. I have to admit I'm really growing to enjoy the west of Sydney, and that's coming from someone who has lived here 4 years and mainly stuck in my inner city bubble. Penrith Lakes, Rudy Hill, and now Nepean River have all been very enjoyable parkruns to run. I managed to grab Marty for a chat after our runs, who has recently celebrated a huge milestone of 500 parkruns, with the majority being at Nepean River and Penrith Lakes.
Marty, congratulations on 500 parkruns. What keeps you bringing you back every Saturday after all these years?
I really love the event. Great atmosphere, great community, but the 500 was money can't buy, and that's what kept me going for a long time.
Amazing. You've done most of the runs at Nepean River and Penrith Lakes. What is it about Nepean River that you enjoy the most?
I can run here from home, and it's just good community. The paths are good, just good setup, good organisation.
Yeah, amazing. If someone was thinking about coming to Nepean River for the first time next Saturday, what would you tell them?
I'd tell them to have fun and look out for the blue tree.
The blue tree, I did notice that as well. I was wondering what that was about. I'll have to find out. After 500 parkruns, what's next? Is there another milestone or goal you're chasing?
Not really. I think 500 was the goal, but it's pretty hard to get out of the habit of coming back every week.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and I've only done 100. So thanks very much, Marty. I really appreciate it.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks to Marty for the chat, and congratulations again on the 500 parkruns. So, what is my verdict on today's parkrun? Nepean River was a pleasant surprise, a course that I thought might not be the most exciting stop on this challenge, but it proved me wrong in the best way. Sometimes a parkrun doesn't need a gimmick to stand out. Nepean River is just a genuine, enjoyable place to spend a Saturday morning, and that's exactly why I ended up liking it so much. It doesn't have the reputation of some of Sydney's bigger parkruns, and before today I probably wouldn't have put it anywhere near the top of my list, but after finally running it, I think it's one of those events that's easy to underestimate. The course is simple without being boring, it's scenic, and everything just seems to work. From the wide start area and the relaxed atmosphere to the friendly volunteers and beautiful riverside setting, it's one of those parkruns where you can just turn up, enjoy your morning, and head home and feel smug for the rest of the weekend that you were more productive than everyone else. If you're chasing an all-out personal best, there are probably a couple of faster options around Sydney, but in saying that, there's nothing stopping you from a PB on this course. If you're looking for a course that is enjoyable to run, easy to follow, and welcoming no matter your pace or experience, Nepean River absolutely deserves a spot on your list. It's a parkrun I'd happily come back to, and that's not something I thought I'd be saying before I arrived this morning. One of my favourite parts of this challenge has been meeting so many of you along the way. This week I got to catch up with Beth and Brad, and while we met through this channel and the Sydney Parkrun Challenge, I'm pretty sure I'm a bigger fan of them than they are of me. Thanks so much for coming out and saying hello. It genuinely means a lot, and getting to meet people who have been following along is quickly becoming one of the best parts of these Saturday mornings. Make sure to hit subscribe. If this is your first time watching, I've somehow committed to running every single parkrun in Sydney, and at this point there is no backing out now. There are still 20 left to go, so you may as well stick around and see whether this challenge ends in success or with me questioning every life decision that led me here. It won't be the fastest running you've ever seen or the most graceful, but at least you can laugh at my expense. And before I sign out, I just wanted to give a special shout out to one of the parkrunners who came over for a chat after today's event. They've been going through a pretty tough time lately, and they told me these videos helped motivate them to get them active and start running again. I won't say who you are out of respect for your privacy, but I just wanted to say thank you for coming over and sharing that with me. I genuinely wish you all the best on your road to recovery. Moments like that are a huge part of why I keep making these videos. If these reviews help even just one person discover parkrun, get out for a walk, or lace up their running shoes again, then every early alarm, every hour spent writing scripts, and every late night editing has been completely worth it. So thank you, not just to you, but to everyone who's watched, commented, or said hello along the way. It means more than you probably realise.
So that is Nepean River done with the token collected. Another fantastic morning out here chatting to the locals in Western Sydney. Marty was absolutely fantastic, and 500 parkruns is a huge achievement, so congratulations again. If you want to decide where I go next week, drop a comment below and I will duly oblige like I do every week. Next weekend I am doing City to Surf as well, so maybe a PB attempt at roads is not the best idea. I know I'm going against everything I've ever said on this channel, but please do not comment roads. Let's leave that for another weekend. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you at the next parkrun, wherever that may be. Have a great week.